AEW Full Gear is coming to you live this Saturday, November 19th, from the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. AEW's final pay-per-view event of 2022 will take place this Saturday, and we here at the Flex Zone Podcast, the only place giving you your sports how you want it when you need it, presents our AEW Full Gear 2022 preview and predictions. Go ahead, hit that like button. Go ahead, hit that bell. Super kick that subscribe button. Like or bomb that like button. Backdrop that bell for all notifications. And watch with us live as we present Full Gear live stream and watch along this coming Saturday. Our first match will be the main event. AEW World Heavyweight Championship match. Challenger MJF taking on the champion Jon Moxley. AEW has a great situation here on their hands. MJF is a generational talent and the best heel in the business. Jon Moxley is the ace of the company and has arguably been one of the best wrestlers on the planet over the past 2 years. Jon Moxley has carried AEW and has signed a new extension. MJF has threatened to leave the company in 2024 and could potentially hold the title until he becomes a free agent in 2024. This match will be a great, hard-hitting affair. Moxley, I'm sure, will be bleeding within the first 5 minutes. MJF will use his tactician skills in the ring to overcome Moxley's brooding, brawling style. MJF will use his cunning heel nature to get the win over Jon Moxley and revert to his heelish ways and give the devil his due, as MJF will finally reach the top of the mountain and become the new AEW World Heavyweight Champion, taking this company into 2023 and beyond with the title reign that I think will go on until his supposed free agency. The women's matchup on this card and one of the most anticipated returns to the ring this year alone. We have Dr. Britt Baker DMD taking on, for the first time in over 5 years, wrestling her first match and her AEW debut, Saraya. Saraya announced that she is medically cleared and that spells trouble for Dr. Britt Baker DMD. Dr. Britt Baker DMD is out to continue. She is one of the pillars of not only the women's division in AEW, but the entire company as a whole. Dr. Britt Baker DMD looks to be positioned to make Saraya look good in this match, as Dr. Britt Baker is one of the safer workers in the AEW women's division. Look for Saraya to show she has no ring rust and to take Dr. Britt Baker to the limit. Look for Dr. Britt Baker to try to use outside interference and her heelish tactics to get the upper hand and eventual win, which will eventually lead to her downfall, as Saraya will make the babyface comeback with the crowd behind her, and she will hit her finishing move in the center of the ring for the 1, 2, 3. Our winner. And this is her house. Saraya wins her AEW debut. It'll be interesting to see what they do next with Saraya, as she may only wrestle for the quarterly AEW pay-per-views and large AEW events. Our next match is Jungle Boy Jack Perry taking on Luchasaurus, the right hand of destruction for Christian Cage, inside of a steel cage. Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, this is long-term booking at its finest. The former Jurassic Express tag team partners find themselves in a blood feud, which will culminate in a steel cage at Full Gear. Christian Cage is still hurt, and while the inevitable match is Christian Cage versus Jungle Boy, with Jungle Boy getting his win back, that will have to wait until 2023. This match should be good, as it will keep Luchasaurus looking strong, where he will not have to take the pin. Look for AEW and Jungle Boy to come up with a creative way for him to escape the cage, keep Luchasaurus looking strong, and avoid Luchasaurus getting pinned. Our prediction and our winner, Jungle Boy Jack Perry, gets his revenge over Luchasaurus, and Christian Cage and Jungle Boy is on the horizon for 2023, but look for Luchasaurus to still get a push upwards towards the Mid-Atlantic and TNT titles. Our next match is the TBS Championship between undefeated TBS champion Jade Cargil and the native beast, Nyla Rose. While Jade is undefeated and their undefeated streak does not look to be ending anytime soon, Nyla Rose has given Jade the most entertaining segment since she's become TBS champion. This should be a decent affair and maybe should be one of Jade's better matches as her championship reign as TBS champion. Our prediction and our winner, and still undefeated, Jade Cargil. The AEW Interim Women's Championship will be on the line as challenger Jamie Hayter takes on Interim champion Toni Storm. Tony Khan, AEW, please get rid of interim champions. Jamie Hayter and Toni Storm share a unique bond in and out of the ring, which make for the best storylines in professional wrestling. The real-life BFFs shared tough times together during the COVID-19 pandemic. It has helped fuel this feud in a much-needed women's division that needs better storylines. Look for Jamie Hayter to look strong as the crowd is behind her as always, but look for Toni Storm to retain her interim AEW championship, setting up a unification bout against Thunder Rosa heading into 2023. Our winner and still interim AEW Women's Champion, Toni Storm. Next, we have a tag team matchup as the Last Outlaw. Jeff Jarrett makes his AEW debut teaming with Jay Lethal against the Icon Sting and Darby Allin in a tag team matchup. Sting and Jeff Jarrett have a very storied history and connection through the wrestling industry. Jay Lethal and Darby Allin have been feuding over the past few months. And since Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett actually teamed together to take on Ric Flair and his son-in-law Andrade in his last match, it is a fitting story that continues for the tag team. Look for the old-timers to show out as Jeff Jarrett is in incredible shape and Sting has looked fantastic during his AEW run. Look for Jay Lethal to show some great wrestling as he does, and look for Darby Allin to do some sick, hard-hitting spots and take some tough bumps in this match as well. Look for Sting and Darby to get the upper advantage towards the end of the match, and Sting pinning Jeff Jarrett for the 1, 2, 3. Your winners, the team of the Icon Sting and Darby Allin. Next, Ring of Honor is showcased on Full Gear as we have a massive fatal four-way for the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship as challengers Sammy Guevara, Bryan Danielson, and Claudio Castagnoli look to dethrone the Ocho, Le Champion, Chris Jericho. This fatal four-way could steal the show and be one of the more underrated matches of the card. With Ring of Honor looking to be getting a TV deal in 2023, look for Chris Jericho to take the Ring of Honor title into Final Battle next month and keep his title. Expect some high spots from Sammy Guevara, some good technical wrestling, and even a tease of a feud between the Blackpool Combat Club's Danielson and Castagnoli. Look for Jericho to be the slithering heel and continue to besmirch the Ring of Honor legacy, and the Ring of Jericho legacy continues for the Ocho as he pins Jericho Appreciation Society member Sammy Guevara for the 1, 2, 3. Your winner and still Ring of Honor champion, Chris Jericho. The tag team championships are on the line as we have challengers Swerve and Our Glory of Swerve, Strickland, and Keith Lee taking on the AEW World Tag Team Champions, the Acclaimed, Anthony Bowens and Max Caster, with Sesame Daddy Ass in their corner. Swerve and Our Glory 3 versus the Acclaim, the third match in the trilogy. After the first two matches, a classic at All Out. Another very good match at Grand Slam, which led to new tag team champions. This feud comes to a head in a trilogy match at All Out, with FTR lurking as the number one contenders for the AEW Tag Team Championships. Look for the Acclaim and Swerve and Our Glory to put on one of the best matches of the night, with one of the best feuds leading into Full Gear. Look for some high spots from Swerve. Look for the Acclaim to show some good tag team wrestling. And look for Keith Lee to get some oohs and ahs and wow the crowd in New Jersey. But look for the dissension between Swerve and Keith Lee to come to a head with possible Swerve Strickland heel turn coming, potentially setting up a feud between Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland heading into 2023 and beyond. Winners and still tag team champions, because everybody loves the Acclaim. Old Sesame Flex Zone family. The Acclaim will keep their World Tag Team Championships. We have the return of the Elite as Death Triangle defends their World Trios Championships. Pac, Penta El Cero Mero, and Rey Fenix take on the Elite of Kenny Omega, Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks, and which should be a Match of the Year candidate. We all saw the vignettes and expected the Elite to return at Full Gear, but it's been set in stone, and the match has been signed on the dotted line. Expect a hard-hitting, high-flying, spectacular match to get the crowd on its feet in New Jersey. And I expect the Elite to regain their AEW Trios World Championships. But I think this also could set up a potential Elite versus House of Black feud down the line. Our prediction and our winners, the Elite, but we also have a returning House of Black as well. We have a triple threat match for the TNT Championship as Ring of Honor Television Champion Samoa Joe, who recently turned heel, will battle against Will Hobbs, Powerhouse Hobbs, and TNT champion Wardlow, in which should be a heavy-hitting triple threat match between three behemoths. Samoa Joe's instant heel turn, which may have been a little rushed, has set up this triple threat match when it looked like we were just getting a one-on-one match between Wardlow and Powerhouse Hobbs. Powerhouse Hobbs has a bright future, but his time is not quite yet, and I think we still will continue to see a Samoa Joe Wardlow feud continue into 2023. Our winner, our prediction, expect Wardlow to put on the show with some high-flying as well as some hard-hitting power big man moves. Our winner, retaining his championship and still TNT champion, Wardlow. Let us know your predictions in the comments down below for Full Gear 2022, and let us know what you think will happen at the pay-per-view. Make sure you go ahead and super kick that subscribe button, liker bomb that like button, and backdrop that bell for all notifications. And again, we will be live this Saturday for AEW Full Gear right here on the Flex Zone Podcast YouTube channel, the only place giving you your sports how you want it, when you need it. God's favorite host signing out, y'all. And until next time, I'm gone. Peace.